Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up, everybody? I'm Spear. On the mics with me this week is the Z-Man. What is up, Z?
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale.
I like the little flourish you had there. Nice job there.
I practiced that.
That's a good job by you. On the other mic is the mighty Gantor. What is up, Gantor?
Yo.
What is up, dude?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing? I still have the fucking plague. I'm miserable.
You sound fine.
Yeah, but it's all like in the post-nasal drip now. It's driving me bananas. I got this.
Dude, I told you to get nose clips.
Get what?
Nose plugs.
No, what? Nose plugs?
It's a callback, dude.
Oh, all right. Yeah, all
Clearly you fucked it up.
Right. Because you're disgusting, and I don't get every, put semen up my nose joke that you ever make. In any case,
You're the one who's still sick.
in any case, we have a guest joining us tonight. Please welcome back to the show, Katie. What is up?
Hey, it's nice to be here.
Katie.
Every single time I go on this, I feel like I go, hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Katie did show 35 in 2011, if we can believe that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is June 27th, 2011 was the last time Katie appeared on the program.
Things
Wow.
have changed.
Things have changed, but
Not really.
maybe for you, we're still three idiots.
Oh, okay. Things have changed for me.
All right. Time just stands still around these parts. Z-Man, what do we got on tap this week?
Something must be dog...
Shit.
Something must be dog about
You did
gun
it,
ownership,
you
right?
did it again. Something must be dog.
No, I did that essentially that time. Something must be done about pet ownership. It seems cruel to have a pet. Maybe not for cats because they're kind of whatever do on their own, but it's for dog ownership. And so I'm trying to understand what's the appeal of dogs? Why people get dogs? And this coming from a person who owned a pet sitting company and has a dog once, but had a pet sitting company for 8 years. I don't actually get the appeal of a dog.
Dogs are awesome. End of story.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
You don't
all
even
there is
own a
to
dog.
it.
Yeah, but I have
You need
owned
to
a dog
own
in my
dog
past.
to know that they're awesome.
Yeah.
So Ganther owns a dog, and Katie has a dog.
Yeah.
So help enlighten me as to the benefits and of having this dog, and so it's not just considered. In my mind, it's a burden, and so I don't understand what's a give back.
Well, what is it that makes it a burden to you?
Well, so I'm a active person. I like to go out and do stuff, and it just seems to me it's like having a kid, where you can't just on a whim decide you want to go to New York City for the weekend or Vermont, or you got to actually have to come home at night at a reasonable time because you got to let him out 4 times a day.
Well, I
That's
think you
true.
can definitely still go out and do things. I mean, Ian and I have done really random trips to New York and things like that. With the number of friends that we have that have dogs, and then the number of dog sitters and everything out there, we did a trip to California with like 2 days notice and had someone watch Charlotte for 5 days. And it was easy peasy.
It just seems cruel to the dog to be a dog.
Are you kidding?
Their existence?
Just like the whole domesticated lifestyle of living inside of a house all day, and the only thing that makes you happy is the moment your owner comes home and you get to play with them. And then they're just sleeping all day, just staring at the wall and bored.
So that's why I want to see this new animated movie they have coming out, The Secret Life of Pets or whatever it is, where like you see the dog come up to the door as their owner walks out. The dogs just go off and do some like next level awesome shit. The one poodle is sitting there listening to like classical music, and as soon as the owner walks out the door, he hits the iPod and starts playing like death metal. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
You know that's not real, right?
That's
That's not a documentary.
Right, but that's what I want to imagine dogs are doing when we're not around. I don't want to believe that they're just staring out the window longingly waiting for their masters to come home. I want to believe that they're doing awesome shit.
I want to believe that unicorns are real, but that doesn't make it so.
Well, all right. So you go ahead and believe that unicorns are real. I'm going to believe that dogs are at home doing awesome shit. Maybe they're on the dog internet, talking to other dogs. Maybe they pull out their dog iPads.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
See-
picturing that, and that's
right?
adorable.
It's cute, right? It sounds fucking great. That's what I'm hoping they do.
But that's not real. They're sitting at home staring at the wall. Your toys aren't coming to life at night as well. Even though there was a movie about that.
What are you talking
Also
about?
not documentary.
No. That I saw. No. That was real. That was real.
Oh yeah, Toy Story was real.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? That looked too good to not be real. That had to have been real.
It was rendered very nicely.
I mean, it looked fucking great. It would have been real. You don't think that dogs have like their own version of like Candy Crush or some shit like that? It's like Milk Bone Crush or some shit?
Yeah, it's called Lick Your Balls.
Well, all right. Hey, look, let me tell you something. If I could stay home and lick my balls all day, I would do it. But I can't reach it. I can't do
You
it.
tried?
I almost hurt myself. It's not going to work.
That's too bad.
Another thing you have to take into account is that dogs sleep on average like 16 to 18 hours a day. So it's not like
Because
they were going to be doing that much else.
Because they're bored out of their mind. If I was sitting
what
at
about-
home all by myself, I would sleep for 16 hours too.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I would.
That does sound great.
Yeah,
That is not awesome.
that sounds fucking great to me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I don't know. To me, it just seems cruel. It just seems cruel to just like imprison this. It's imprisonment, and they have no free will. They don't get to eat unless you say it's time to eat. They don't get to eat what they want when they want. They don't get to go anywhere they want unless you take them. And then like you leave the house, and they just look all sad at you because they're pissed off that you're leaving. And now they're just going to sit there for another 8 hours until you come home.
Well, if you think
Luckily.
about the life that Charlotte was having before she lived with us, it was actually kind of shitty. Like, she was on the streets in Puerto Rico. She was eating scraps. She has bite marks from dog fights. She was super, super emaciated. Her life sucked. I would like
so.
to think that this is better.
That's how my dogs was. Afraid of everything. She'd never been in a car before. Loud noises frightened her.
Have you seen the movie The Good Dinosaur?
Not yet.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible. But at the end of it, though, this was like the only time where I would maybe agree with Seth. I got to the end of it and I was like, Charlotte needs to be with her people. Charlotte needs to run free with her kind.
She
that's
thinks you're
another-
her kind. She's just as happy with the human pack as a dog pack.
Well, that's what we all hope, certainly.
Maybe you're her
Is
pet.
your,
Maybe you're
is
her
your
stalker.
dog trying to kill you or run away?
No, she's currently curled up in a ball between my legs.
She's happy.
This is her favorite spot.
Ian's too.
It is Ian's favorite spot as well.
We'll be striking that. We'll be striking that from the record.
Why would you strike that from the record?
Well, that just seems wrong.
What's
my
wrong?
fiancé.
What's wrong about
It's
that?
okay.
dude?
Well, it's okay for her to say those kinds of things. I mean, we're
I know Ian. It's okay for me to say it.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, why do you turn into such a prude?
Ian would absolutely give Zeth a high five for that
Well,
one.
then spectacular. I'll leave it in.
Yep. My mom actually makes jokes about the two of us living in sin all the time, so Zeth is not the only person talking about my sex life. It's super awkward.
I didn't realize it was just an open topic to be talking about amongst friends and family. That just seems weird. But hey, you know what? Different strokes for different
It
folks.
wasn't supposed to be.
So I have a buddy of mine who does the dog sitting thing, and I'm routinely amazed by two things. One is that there is such a thing as dog sitting, and two, how seriously people take the instructions that they leave for the dog sitters. I understand dog walkers, I guess. I get that. I don't have a problem with that. Like if you're busy, if you're at work, the dog needs to be taken out, no problem. But dog sitting is like an entirely different thing. Like my friend and his girlfriend, they stay in these homes with the dogs.
Yep.
For like extended periods of time, and they'll even sleep over, like even like overnight for like a weekend or something. They'll sleep with the dogs overnight.
Yeah, Minion has someone stay at the house anytime we're away.
Stays at the house.
At the house, like clean, we switch the sheets out, new towels, all that. They stay at her house. We throw beer in the fridge, food in the fridge, and they just stay there. A lot of times, the sitter will actually clean the house for us. Like they'll vacuum and they'll like clean up the kitchen, and they'll usually take her dog to the groomer too, because the pet sitter is affiliated with one of the groomers. So she comes back all clean and has a new haircut and all shampooed.
It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me how that's a thing. And
That is a fair point.
And why would you let these people into your home? Like I don't understand that.
Why would you let the animal in your home?
It's
the fucking
'Cause
thing
it's
sheds all over the
cute as
place. It's
shit.
covered.
Yeah, but you make certain sacrifices when you get a pet of any stripe. right? To have some part of your house be lived in with this animal, and just know, like, if you're gonna bring a puppy into your home, you're gonna know that while you're breaking in that puppy, it's gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, it's gonna shit everywhere. It's gonna bite everything. It's gonna pee on everything. It's gonna knock shit over.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to accept that and try to minimize the damage to whatever
But
degree.
why is that an accepted thing? Why would you want that in your house?
What
else
if you
do
didn't
with it,
have a
but-
social life or a significant other? What would you do with your life?
I would find a significant other.
He is very good at that. Very
Yeah,
efficient.
but what I'm saying is that hasn't happened yet for whatever reason. Are you saying you would slum it and take whatever you could get over
No,
a dog?
I would just make it a priority.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is imagine yourself in a scenario where you don't have one for whatever reason.
So not me, but someone else.
It's you in this scenario.
Well, I would remedy that situation.
Well, let's say you're like Elephant Man.
All right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not me.
What
Are
is
we
you?
trying to
I'm saying it's your personality and mind in Elephant Man's body. Everybody's afraid of your hideous, grotesque form, and they don't want to have anything to do with you.
So the only friend I can have is one I force into living in my house.
What choice would you make? Would you live alone in debilitating and soul-crushing misery, or would you get a dog who would be happy to see you and he doesn't care that you look hideous?
And that I don't care that he's messy.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably pretty messy, too, because your arms probably don't work that well. So you probably can't do a good job wiping, and you probably pee on stuff a lot. I mean, you saw what Elephant Man looked like, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he was that clean. So you have elephantitis of everything but your dick, right?
Well, I mean, then if that's the case, then should we get into a freak show or some porn?
You wouldn't go for a dog. You wouldn't want that dog's company who's going to love you as long as you provide him with food and don't hurt him.
So the only people who should get pets are shut-ins and people
No, I'm
with-
trying to
without-
say what you would do in that scenario. Like, oh, I would never get a dog. I don't know why people would want them. Obviously, people want them for the companionship that a dog provides. That's all I'm saying, dude.
Dogs are loyal. At the end of the day, the argument
They
is
have to be loyal.
they don't have to be, but they are. They're loyal creatures. They are. And I agree with Ganthor. Dogs will always run to you. They'll play with you. They'll hang out with you. Dogs will know when you're sick and you don't feel well or you're sad about something, and they'll come and try to cheer you up or something, or at least, I mean, dogs. I don't know whether or not they're doing it on purpose, but they can show empathy.
My dog tries to save my kids from me when I chase them.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
if
awesome.
if you have children, they're fiercely protective of children.
Yeah.
They become part of the family. They are phenomenal.
Really like peanut butter.
Oh yeah, they're also fucking hilarious. Like
Yes.
the number of times Charlotte
Did you-
has
wait,
done
wait, hold
something
on.
completely
I
stupid.
I want to back up there. Did you hear the? Oh yeah.
Charlotte is obsessed with peanut butter. Obsessed.
I think Katie's missing the point on that.
Yeah.
I know it
comment.
sounded sexual. Yes.
It's
That's
oh,
right.
it's oh, it's always sexual when
Anytime we're
it comes to
talking about
Ganthor.
peanut butter, it's sexual.
Yeah,
yes.
it's always yes, always sexual.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, she just
I
got it.
Yep. Just
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
On the hoo-ha. On the hoo-ha.
Definitely was not what I was thinking
Here,
at first.
Sounded like it.
Yes, it did.
Oh, I'm disappointed in myself for how long it took me to get that.
Welcome aboard, Katie. Here's the thing. Dogs are insanely loyal, while cats could give less than a fuck. Cats are miserable, selfish pieces of shit creatures. I hate cats. All of them.
They would try to murder you.
They are trying to murder you.
Yep.
Every
Regardless of the
cat.
size differential.
Every cat is
They would
plotting.
try to murder your baby.
That's right. I mean, think about it. Big cats like lions and tigers and cougars and jaguars, they're predatory creatures. So cats are from the same line,
Well, so are dogs, but we've done a better job at domesticating dogs.
right? And people like to, oh, well, cats are so cute, and there's
No, they're not.
millions of goddamn cat videos. The internet is chock full of fucking cat
there's
videos.
a reason aliens, the xenomorphs, were afraid of cats.
That's right. Because cats are coming to kill you. They're coming to kill you. They're coming to kill your children. And they're plotting for your children's children and everything else from there. It's a generational affair with these motherfuckers. And
They're actually planning to kill your unborn children
That's
with their
exactly right.
toxoplasmosis.
That's
but
exactly There you
and
go.
make you go crazy.
That's right.
yeah.
And it's all wrapped up in cuteness. And the meow. Fuck you, cats. I'm onto you. And you're a clever little bullshit.
Yeah, if you were like dead on your couch from the plague and you weren't alive, and that you had a cat in your house, it would eat you.
It would eat you. It would absolutely eat you.
Totally.
What's the one thing that cats do the most? They run in and out of your legs, purring. Oh, look. She's rubbing herself all over my legs. Well, no, they're trying to trip you so you fall and kill yourself.
Well, at least so they can get at your neck.
Yeah, that's all. The cats are trying to kill you.
Have you guys ever given a cat nutmeg?
No.
Oh, it's awesome. So I had a friend.
Is that better or worse than peanut butter?
It's a whole different experience.
I would hope so.
So we had a friend. I had a friend who had a cat, and one day we put some nutmeg on the floor, and the cat literally just repeatedly smashed its face into the floor where the nutmeg was. It was one of the most glorious things I've ever seen.
Did I tell you guys a story about the attack cat we took care of?
No.
So this cat, we were taking care of this cat, and the client essentially has like a water pistol and like cushions right at the front door. So when you get in, the cat's gonna like be trying to attack you. And so you get in there, you put the cushion in front of you, and you just start squirting the cat, and it'll back off. So that you can go in there and change the litter and to get food and all that. And so one of my sitters is in there, and she does this, and the cat backs off, and then she goes upstairs to go take care of the litter box, and it's like during this big storm, and the power goes out.
Oh, shit.
Cat senses the opportunity, charges up the stairs, down the hall, and just sinks its teeth into her leg.
Oh no!
She's like screaming. She's like, trying to get the cat off of her. She's you don't want to shake it because that's just going to make the tear worse.
Right.
And so you're trying to do all the pressure points, trying to get that cat to release. And she finally gets it to release. She gets the hell out of there. Goes on another pet visit before calling us to let us know what happened. So she finished up another client and then lets us know we had to go take her to the hospital because like they got some nasty mouths. And you got to get that shit cleaned up. Really, you got to get it irrigated. You got to clean. You got to get the antibiotics in there. Holy fuck! Yeah, it was like something out of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the prosecution rests. I mean, that's it. Case closed. Cats are evil.
Cats are evil. I don't think anyone's contesting that. What about other pets? Like, who gets turtles? Who's getting a tarantula? Who's getting a millipede? Those fucking things are disgusting.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you would want to own a snake. I don't understand why you would want to own like a lizard. I know, and you have to feed them bugs and crickets and stuff, which means you have to go purchase bugs and crickets. And then
they're good.
That's actually kind of satisfying to watch them eat those things, though.
Yeah, but
like why? But before you actually feed them to them, like they have to live in your house, so you usually get extras, and then you have to have a special container or box to keep the extras in, and they're getting out. Then there's gonna be crickets in your fucking house, and they're always gonna be chirping.
Welcome to my childhood. There was one point where we had 35 animals at my house.
That's ridiculous. You can't live. That's disgusting. Did it smell?
Yeah, absolutely. Because 25 of them were birds. My brother used to breed finches and leopard geckos in high school. And he'd sell them to the local pet stores. His room smelled awful.
My roommates used to breed magic mushrooms.
Probably a better use of their time.
My parents have these incontinent cats now where they have to put pee pads all over every bit of their furniture so that the cats pee on the pads and not on the furniture. Because cat piss is one of the most foul things on earth.
It smells for years.
And you can't get that shit out.
You guys are just proving my point. Why do you have fucking wild animals living in your house?
Why do you have cats? Why do you have cats?
No. Wild animals, period.
You know what you can get?
Nuts.
Get fish. Fish they just sit in a bowl.
Yeah, but you can't do anything with them.
Yeah, they don't give you anything back.
They won't fuck your shit up either.
If you get a piranha, it will.
Well, don't feed the piranha with your limbs, and you'll be fine.
Well, whatever.
Get a goldfish, or one of those betas. Those betas will last forever.
Yeah, but you just look at it for 3 seconds, and then you're like, I'm bored of that.
Yeah, and the fish is like, kill me now.
Yeah,
kill me now. Kill me now. Kill me now.
What is it about fish that they have like very limited short-term memory?
That's not true.
And they're like the kings of infinite space, no matter how small the bowl is or something like that?
No, that's not true.
It's not true?
No.
These are stories people tell
They're
themselves
actually
so they feel better about owning pets. Yeah.
Right? So,
See,
so they
I would agree. I agree with Z about the fish. That's just wrong. It's a horrible thing to do.
don't put
Same thing, like birds too. I think birds is 10 times worse.
Yep. Especially when you clip their wings so they can't fly.
They
Oh,
just
yeah.
sit in a fucking 2x2 cage if they're lucky. They just stand there. That's all they have to do. They only can stand there all day long.
And I don't get the people who get like parrots or like the squawking birds. Like some of the songbirds I can see having in the house because like I guess it's kind of pleasant. But you get one of those like those squawking birds, and then every once in a while like, ah! And you're like, what the fuck was that?
Pleasant. You know how old that shit's going to get, that songbird? You got to listen to that same song over and over again every day, 2 in the morning.
Well, that's why you throw the tablecloth or whatever it is over the cage.
And that shit's going to outlive you too.
Like in bird.
Yeah, the birds are going to live like 80 years. You got to have that in your will as to what happens to the bird when you die. We had a pet sitting client. He had it in his will that like whoever took his bird, if anything ever happened to him, would be given like $100,000 or something like that for the care.
I would have asked for the bird and then killed it.
I think that's what everyone's done.
And then cash out.
Hey, Polly, let's go fry up some Teflon.
And then cha-ching. Have you guys ever lost a pet? Like a pet died?
Yeah. It's devastating.
Sucks, right?
It's terrible.
Terrible. I mean, I guess that tells you everything you need to know about how pets become a part of your family. And I think that's the bottom line, Z. No matter how you look at it, you're going to bring a pet, an animal, be it a dog, an evil piece of shit cat, a hamster, fucking ferrets. I don't understand ferrets, by the way. That's a whole other topic. But when you bring a pet into your home, they become part of your family. They become part of your life. When I lost my childhood dog to cancer, I remember my parents called and they're like, Reggie died, or we had to put Reggie down. And I was surprised at how emotional I got about it.
You were in college?
Yeah. Well, no, I graduated by that point.
All right. So hold on. And Ganthor, was yours an older dog or was it
Nope.
something weird?
He was young. He had cancer on his jaw. It's very sad.
Yeah, it's brutal. And
I actually have a somewhat funny story about my cat that died. Not the death part, but later on. So about a year after my cat died, who I hated him so much. He was just the meanest thing in the entire world. I was in college at a frat party. We were playing Drunk Driver, where you like chug beers in the middle of Mario Kart. And I went.
Sounds like fun.
It's awesome. It's very, very fun. But anyway, so I went to the restroom and I got into the restroom and there was a cat in there that one of the frat people, I guess, owned. And I ended up seeing the cat, realizing like all at once and having it hit me that my cat died. And I was found like 30 minutes later sitting on the bathroom floor, cuddling this cat and crying. And that's my story.
And that cat went mission accomplished.
Weird.
Yep. I've made a human cry today.
Yep. What did we learn? What did we learn about pets? Z-Man.
So maybe dogs are cool. We learned that cats are not cool.
Cats are not cool.
Just maybe not for me, dogs.
Maybe not for you.
Maybe when I settle down and get a house and move outside the city and act my age and not hang out all the time or do stuff all the time, or I don't know. It just seems like it's at the point where you just need to kind of need to be going into the family world to get the pets. I just don't see it for single people
With an active lifestyle.
or coupled people with an active lifestyle.
Yeah, I won't argue with you on that one. Ganthor, what'd you learn?
Our guest likes peanut butter.
There you go.
I do.
On the hoo-ha. Katie, what did you learn?
I learned that Zeth has a piece of coal where his heart should be.
And my heart's 3 sizes too small.
And that I should never, ever ask him to dog sit my pet.
I learned that I agree with Z on some things. I think that having a pet is a huge responsibility, and I think that if you're going to bring a pet into your life, they have to be a part of your life. It's not just going to be something that you're going to just kind of have, right? So if you have an active lifestyle, then don't get a pet. That's the short answer. But I look forward to the time when I can own another dog. And mostly I want to get my kid to be old enough where he can go walk the dog on his own so that I don't have to, and I don't have to go out in the cold and the rain and all the bullshit like my father did to me. So.
Oh, we didn't even get to that. Talking about having to take your dog out in the snow and the rain and torrential tornadoes and blizzards. And
Yeah. Well, I'll
But
be.
then you get to buy them coats and rain jackets. It's adorable.
Oh, you are not one of those people with the little bootsies on your dog, are you?
We might have bought them just to see what she would do with them.
Oh, wait, I saw that video. I'm sorry. I know for a fact that you do.
I okay. No, I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna get out of this show. So if you own a pet or if you buy clothes for your pet, so help me God, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. You can check out the show on Stitcher Radio or on iTunes. Just search for 4 Listeners and we'll pop right on up. And you can tweet at us on the Twitters at 4 Listeners. Thank you, Katie. You have been a wonderful guest.
Thanks for having me.
And we thank all of you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that dog is for sale.
There she is. Hi, Katie.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
I have the plague.
You have the plague?
I have the plague.
Shit.
It's
It's a good thing we don't
It's a good-
Skype
yeah,
and
it's a good thing we do
we don't record it together.
right.
Yeah.
We do this all over Skype. I have the fucking plague. Can't shake it. I've had it for more than a week now. Fucking pissing me off.
Okay, well, if it's actually a cold, colds tend to last for 2 weeks on average.
She's like a doctor or something like that.
I'm a vagina specialist, is what Becca calls me.
That is an accurate term. Do you know that Katie has a bejeweled speculum?
I do.
Oh, what?
Okay.
That she's actually is a medical vagina looker.
Yeah, so since
What
the
do you-
last time you guys talked to me, I actually went back to grad school and became a nurse practitioner. So,
So you do that for fun?
put speculums in people's hoo-has? Absolutely.
But why is it bejeweled?
Oh, the bejeweled one was a Christmas present. It's not to be used. It's to be put on a Christmas tree.
Do you use it yourself?
No. It's
Why not?
covered in glitter. That'd be
Well, not
so
that one. I just
painful.
mean in general.
Have you ever speculated yourself? Speculummed yourself? What's the proper term for the verb of to specule?
We don't
Speculate.
actually use one for it. We say we do a pelvic exam using a speculum, but
You inspeculate?
Yourself, really?
no, I do not do it on myself. It's a
Why
very
not?
awkward angle. I don't think it would work very well.
I'm pretty sure it would work with mirrors.
We have
Like,
done
you've given this enough thought.
we have been doing this show for 5 years. We've had 235 of these kinds of conversations. This is easily the strangest one we've had yet.
No, it's not.
Welcome to my life, all day, every day.
Oh, and I'm telling you now, the last 20 or so shows we've put an outtake like 10 seconds after the show ends. The whole conversation about the
Speculum?
speculum, that's going to be the outtake. I'm telling you
Yep.
now.
Awesome.
That's the outtake.
Yes, I don't remember who we were talking to. I don't know if it was Molly. I think it was Molly when you did an outtake, and she's like, "I didn't even know he was recording still." It's like, and he starts until he start, and he keeps recording till the end because
Yeah.
half the good shit comes before or after the show.
Yeah, I don't stop.
Almost makes me want to just say something ridiculous to try and get it. Like, vagina. Vagina.
Put your erect penis in my lubricated vagina.
That is awesome.
My engorged.
Blood engorged.
You know, we do have
Yes.
every once in a while we do have 2 outtakes at the end of the show. So good job.
Moist.